Hi guys, Leaf here. Hello, how are you? Today we're going to be playing Watch the Road by Mira... What was it? Let me double check. Oh, yeah, Hiiwoh Studio. I believe this is a demo. I didn't read much of the description, I just saw the nice art and I wanted to check it out. So, without further ado, let's get to it! Also, I like how this follows your mouse. I already opened this up a little bit before, and it's like, yeah. Anyways, let's get started. After high school, I pictured a different life for myself. Somewhere far, far away from the dingy trailer park I grew up in, a huge city, maybe, or even the lovely, I grew up in a huge city, maybe, or even the lovely countryside. But college didn't go the way I planned. 2 horrible semesters and my scholarship was revoked. Just like that, I was back where I started. Damn. Living at home was hell. I didn't last long. With what little money I had saved, I found a tiny apartment and a job. Not exactly my dream gig, but it was offered to me easily because of an old friend. Commercial truck driving. Woo. Oh. It's been a few years since, and it's way lonelier than I had expected. Because of how busy I am, I've become distant with everything. My friends, family, and even myself. At least I'm making ends meet for now. I had a couple of close calls at the beginning. Bad weather, for starters. And then there were evil drivers, horrific traffic. God, the list could go on and on. But I'm used to it now, mostly. My sleep schedule may be whack, and my spine's beginning to hate me, but I make it work. Still, there are nights where I feel a bit off kilter. Tonight's one of those nights. Oh, you're a girl? Oh wait, you're whatever you want to be. So that's why I would name Jane. Well, I don't know, I saw or maybe the guy is the guy that's gonna kill us. Well, it looks like I'll just go with she, her, since I'm a girl. Yeah. Let's say it's Lawan. If I put Lawan in there, like actually me, I might actually feel bad for her. I'm sorry. I'm very selective, I'm just kidding. Alright, Lawan. Keep your eyes on the road. I nudged the side mirror with the tap of the button, taking a glance at the endless darkness reflecting on it. It looks eerie, to say the least. Jeez. It doesn't help that the snow is picking up. Fat, wet flakes splat against the windshield, momentarily obscuring my view. The flurries paired with my drowsiness is a hellish combo. I cranked the wipers up a notch. Need to find a gas station soon. Getting coffee that isn't lukewarm would be nice. A sign of movement in my headlights makes me jump in my seat. Was that a deer? Through the swirling, disorienting snow, I see something that shouldn't be there. Something or someone by the side of the road, next to a weathered mile marker sign. Oh, that's the guy I was seeing. I thought that was supposed to be me for some reason. It's a young man. He's got his thumb out, arm extended, hopefully into the air. The hell? My first thought is that I must be daydreaming or even hallucinating, since I was running on caffeine and spite. But I rubbed my eye quickly, and lo and behold, he's still there. Who in their right mind hitchhikes out here in this weather? He probably got kicked out of the car for some reason. That or he's a killer. Actually, that makes me a little unsettled. A part of me knows that this is obviously suspicious and that I should stay away. But another weary, miserable part sees someone worse off than me. Slow down? He looks like he's freezing. I wanna... Oh god, this is so stupid. There's a plethora of wrong things that could happen, but I can't leave someone out here like this. It goes against every mortal bone in my body. What if he freezes overnight, like that little match girl story? Ugh, morbid. I ease my foot off the gas and the heavy box truck sighs as it loses momentum. I pull the rig onto the shoulders, a safe distance ahead of the person. The massive tires crunch on the icy gravel. He starts walking toward the passenger side door, a dazzling, bright smile somehow lighting up his face despite the cold and terrible situation he's in. I can't help but notice how he jogs the last few steps, eager to escape the wind. As he gets closer, I roll the passenger window down a crack. A blast of frigid air hits me square in the face. I almost regret listening to my impulse. Oh, okay, hi. You look like a Gary. I can get back at... I can get a better look at him now. He's in his early 20s at most, with freckles standing out against his pale skin. Snowflakes cling to his scuffy hair and eyelashes, and his nose is practically Rudolph red at this point. Oh boy. He's tall, even from my perch in the truck cab though. I own a smaller truck, so I suppose it's not a huge deal, but he still has to lean down a bit to peer inside the narrow gap of the open window. Damn, how tall is this guy? Like 10 feet tall? Wait, never mind, I don't know. Because when I see those trucks, they're like hella big. But then they got a small, but this still looks hella big. Whatever. Thank you so much for stopping. Seriously, you're a lifesaver. Who the heck are you? Why are you out here? His voice is clear and friendly, though a little breathless. What the hell are you doing out here? The question is blunt and probably not the most welcoming, but honestly, it's the first thing that comes to mind. I eye his clothes, jeans and a thin-looking jacket that wouldn't hold up against this weather for long. He's not wearing a hat or gloves from what I can see. I feel a sudden surge of irritation. I have to swallow the instinct of lecturing a random stranger. Doesn't he have any sense? At least put on some gloves. He rubs his arms briskly. Yeah, so my car kind of gave up the ghost back there about maybe 3 miles back. Just completely sputtered out, and naturally there's absolutely zero signal out here. I've been wandering around for a while now, hoping someone would pass by. Why didn't you just stay in your car? Huh, I didn't see anything earlier. Must have been zoning out. I guess it would be really cold in there. I don't know. I have like zero survival skills. My trusty flip phone decided to bite the dust about 5 minutes ago too. Wow, everything's dying for you. You have no idea how incredibly grateful I am that you actually pulled over. He shifts his weight from one foot to the other on the ground, looking a little anxious now that he's finished his explanation. I was trying to see my folks up in Oakhaven. It's winter break and my mom has been telling me to visit her for a while now. So I figured I'd go. I am cautiously. Oakhaven? That's about an hour and a half from here. I know, it's really unfortunate the car went bust so quickly. Are you alone? Did that sound weird? Yeah, it's just me. He meets my gaze directly, and for a brief moment, his eyes, I can't quite make out the color, but they seem seemingly surprisingly intense, and hold mine before softening once more. Promise I'm no trouble. All I need is a ride there. I can pay you for gas if you want. Let's ask him more questions. Hold on a sec. Alright, let's back up a minute. Where exactly did your car break down, and what kind of car is it? Back near the, I think it was a mile marker 82, maybe 83. He rubs the back of his neck in contemplation. It's an old sedan. Sedan? A blue one. Kinda beat up, honestly. Probably should have seen this coming. It made this awful clunky noise, and then everything died. Lights, engines, everything. Tried to get it started again, but to no luck. Okay, and you didn't have like an emergency kit, flares, a blanket, or anything in there? My voice softened slightly as I pictured him huddled alone in a dead car. Must have been terrifying for him. Yeah, I don't think so. He looks even more embarrassed now, stuffing his hands into his pockets. It was my older brother's car. I've been borrowing it. Probably should have checked for that stuff in hindsight, right? He gives a small, self-deprecating laugh, and I can't help but agree. Mile marker 82. That was a few miles back. Not that far, but it's far enough to walk in. Maybe maybe he panicked. Still, it feels weird. Why wouldn't he stay with the car, especially if it's his brother's? Surely he needs it back. Wouldn't he want to stay put and protect it in case it gets towed? Well, I don't... Tell you what. I lean in close as I can to the open window. As far as my seatbelt allows, I manage to keep my voice low, feeling as if I think because I'm thinking he's already a killer because of the genre, or the genre I assume it is. So I'm just like, maybe I'll go back. You know, if it were me, I probably, even if I'm just like, it's not clicking, I'll probably be dumb and be like, don't get it anyway. Okay, fine. You know, no. Let's radio it in. I ain't doing that. Tell you what, I lean as close as I can over as far as my seatbelt allows. I manage to keep my voice low, feeling as if I'm making a difficult business negotiation in a spy movie. I can't give you a ride. Company rules are pretty strict about passengers. But when I get back into cell service or hit the next truck stop with a working radio, I can call dispatch for you. Have them send someone out to check on your car. Maybe get you a tow or a ride. Pull yourself up back in the car and keep warm as best you can. The worst of the snow should end in a few hours anyway. How's that sound? It feels incredibly unfair to offer such limited help when I'm sitting in a warm, empty truck, but I really can't take any risks right now. This job's my livelihood after all. A tense, heavy silence falls between us. Oh, okay. The hope drains from his features completely. His smile vanishes, replaced by a look of pure disappointment that stings to see. His tone also does a complete 180, flattening out and devoid of the earlier energy, almost startled by the sudden change in his demeanor. Thanks, marker 82, blue sedan. I guess I should make my way back there then. Stay safe out here. You know what? What happens if I say too risky? Look, sorry about your car, I really am, but I asked around for a reason. Something doesn't quite add up, and honestly, taking on a passenger isn't something I can risk. Not with my job on the line. That's more in line with what I wanted to say. Good luck. Hope someone else stops for you. I roll the window back up. As I pull away, I can see the man shrink in my side mirror. His face is unreadable in the fading view, just a shape against the snow. And yet, a feeling of dread staggers in my heart for a moment, a feeling that I narrowly avoided something. But I shake it off. After all, I made a practical choice. A sigh escapes my lips. Hope he finds another ride. Neutral end to cold shoulder. Oh. Well, I guess that's life. You don't take the journey, it ends. Let's start that again. Oh, I didn't save. I forgot to save. Let's do another playthrough. Let's try this instead. Okay, fine. I sighed. The sound may be a little louder than necessary. Get in. But, I add quickly, pointing a finger. Keep the chatter down, okay? It's been a long night. I unlock the door, even though I still feel anxious. He practically scrambles inside, pulling the door shut quickly. The man then continues to shake his head vigorously like a dog, sending droplets of water flying. A few icy drops land on the dash, right near my half-empty coffee cup, and I can't help but wince inwardly. Cleanliness is not next to God lines out here. Thank you so much. He rubs his hands together rapidly, blowing on them. It's freezing out here. You have no idea how amazing this heater feels right now. I'm sure I can imagine. He grins at my curt response and glances around the truck, taking in all the various switches and gauges with wide, almost childlike eyes. Wow, I've never been inside a big rig before. Yeah, well, don't get used to it for the rest of our ride. I'm Jane. Clean up after yourself. I don't really care if he takes it the wrong way. Better if he thinks I'm a jerk than me regretting letting him in later. Right, sorry. He says quickly, looking slightly flustered. He awkwardly tries to brush the remaining snow off his jacket and pants, directing it as best he can onto the floor mat. I'm Ilya, I don't know how to say that. Did I even say that? I probably said it wrong. Just because I want to say it right. Alright, I guess it really is Ilya. Alright, I'm Ilya, by the way. Hi. Seriously? Jane? Seriously? Oh, sorry, I wasn't being sarcastic. Seriously, Jane, you really saved me back there. He leans back in the seat, letting out a shaky breath. I can feel my cheeks heat up a bit under his gaze. Darn. Just take the compliment. Don't make it weird. Who complimented who? Oh. No, it's alright. I clear my throat. All I have left tonight is a load to drop off at Springville, and that's only about a bit further from Oakhaven anyway. Being 3 more hours, but hey, the indomitable human spirit won today. I pull the truck back into the slippery road, gearing the wipers to work extra hard against the accumulating snow. How long have you been driving? Way too long. Since yesterday morning. I sigh, the long hours catching up to me despite the brief adrenaline spike from earlier. Shit, really? You must be exhausted. He sounds genuinely impressed. How is it actually, being a trucker? Pays the bills. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Long hauls, late nights, weird shit here and there, but at least it keeps the lights on. I shrug, keeping my eyes on the road. That's gotta be tough, though. Ilya says, his voice quiet. Being out here all the time, alone. Don't you miss, I don't know, normal stuff, like sleeping on your bed and seeing people whenever you want? I got used to it. This rig's more home than home most days. When you're as tired as me, concrete would feel just as fine. I paused for a second, realizing how bleak that sounded. That was a joke. Mostly, I do stop at motels and stuff and I'm really beat. Huh. Ilya looks out the windshield for a beat. That's a little sad. No beating around the bush there. Why, thank you. I deadpan, glancing him from my side peripheral. Oh, wait, sorry. He quickly backtracks. I didn't mean to offend you. I was kidding. I managed a slightly more genuine laugh this time. It's okay, I don't really care. Okay, that's a relief. Still, all those hours alone, doesn't it ever get lonely? All the damn time, honestly. Just gotta keep going, I guess. The miles don't drive themselves. Statistically speaking, long-haul drivers have higher rates of depression and anxiety. He says it matter of fact like he's reading from a textbook. It's an odd thing to state. He's like me. Who just knows like random facts and then spouts them out. No one asks. He catches himself though after seeing my expression. Sorry, that was kinda tactless. Probably not the best thing to blurt out. My bad. I guess let's talk about literally anything else. Winston smiles like flipping a switch. That's not what I wanted to say. Point. You know what? What would I do? I'd be like, it's okay, and then I would have just yeah, well, guess I'm helping that average go up then. Oh, okay. I thought that meant like agree that he was rude. I sort, but there's not much humor in it. I didn't mean, nah, it's fine. You're not wrong. Still, I shouldn't have said it like that. It was insensitive. I shrugged, keeping my eyes fixed on the hypnotizing sweep of the wipers. It's alright. Okay, Sarah. I don't know what that means. Ilya goes... Ilya goes very still for a moment beside me. The worst day. My mom, she used to sing that for me while rocking me to sleep. I can't help but grin. She has solid taste. My Gramps used to do something similar for me. Frank Sinatra on rainy days. Talking about Gramps makes my throat tight for a second, but I keep talking about how he was like, from his appearance and his obsession with flannel shirts to his terrible puns, his strange little quirks. Ilya seems to space out a little while I do so, watching the snow. I quiet down too. It's calm for a moment. Conversation sounds between me and him as the miles roll by. The snow has eased up slightly. Your Gramps sounds like he was something else. Okay, I didn't mean to pause, okay? He really was. A quiet fond smile touches my lips thinking about him. Stubborn old mule sometimes, but he taught me a lot. It was hard to argue with him on even the simplest of things. I bet. Did I miss a part where we're really talking about the... Because I don't know nothing about the grandpa. Hey, yeah? Thanks for sharing that about him. It means a lot. Wait, what? Did I miss something? I spaced out. Thanks for sharing too, about your mom. Oh, the music? Okay. Yeah. It's kinda weird, huh? What is? Just talking like this with someone you met around, say, 30 minutes ago? Stuff you wouldn't tell to anyone, not even people you've known for years. It does, now that you mention it. Felt easy though. Yep. I feel a tension I didn't realize I was holding. My shoulders start to release. The road curves swerves gently ahead. For a moment, the headlights catch Ilya's face at the right angle. His freckles dance across his nose, and the way his lashes cast shadows when he blinks is beautiful. Damn, okay? Freaking... What's the word? Ogling. Okay, I don't think that's the word. Never mind. Let's just move on. I try to keep my eyesight on the road, but it's hard. It's quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. I'm gonna ask about his family. Excited to see your family? Yeah, I can't wait. It's been a while. I catch him flexing his fingers against his knee like he's counting something. Tell me about them. Cool. What are your folks like? What do they do in Oak Haven? Oh, you know, typical stuff. Why is he frowning now? Gardening and crossword puzzles mostly now that they're retired. Keeping busy. Before they stopped working, Dad was a doctor, a general practitioner, and Mom was a nurse. A doctor and a nurse? Wow, sounds like a solid, respectable family. Maybe this is it, a chance to see what a normal, stable life looks like up close. I don't want to be on the road forever, meeting people like this. Maybe it opens doors. I mean, a whole family of most likely wealthy folks, loaded with all kinds of connections. This could be my way in. Feels a bit awkward to suddenly spring it up, but it shouldn't be a big deal. He's been pretty open so far. That's awesome. They sound great. Really impressive, actually. Wait, what are you thinking of doing, Jane? Hey, this might sound weird, and you could totally say no, but since I'm dropping you right there anyway. Would it be alright if I said hi when we get there? Just for a minute? I won't stay for long, obviously. I have to drop off this stuff, but yeah, if it's not too much trouble. I'm weirded out by myself. It'd be cool to meet them and, you know, see a little more of Oak Haven. The air in the cab goes instantly cold, colder than the snow outside. His face smooths out completely. Every trace of warmth, of humor, of humanity drains from his features. Ilya's eyes are suddenly terrifyingly still and empty, like deep and dark pools of water. No. Damn. Well, you know what? That was kind of uncalled for anyways. Like, what? Why would that even... That is weird. Let's just apologize. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. Just got a bit carried away. It's fine. His tone is still a little stiff. It's quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. Let me try again. I fiddle with it. Not. Smack the dashboard. Scan slowly, give up entirely. Check what is CV channel? Come on, you piece of junk. Winter storm warning. Backstreet's back. Alright. Wait, is that a song? Backstreet Boys? You know it. Signal's still awful though. The snow outside suddenly gets even thicker now. I was sure the forecast said it was gonna stop earlier, but it's only getting worse. Shit, can't even see past the hood at this point. Statistically, this is when most drivers make fatal mistakes. Are you sure you'll be okay driving on? Don't have much of a choice. This kind of weather makes the world feel smaller, doesn't it? Especially with no cars around. Yeah, it gives me the creeps, like we're the last people left out here. We very well might be. His voice is quiet, almost thoughtful. It's quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. Am I supposed to do all of these? Try to learn more. So, what's college like these days? Must be tough. Med school, all those late nights cramming facts about whatever it is you guys cram. Labs and lectures, more or less. Learning all the ways the body can break down. Fascinating stuff, really. There's not much time for anything else. Sounds rough. No time to, grab beers with classmates? No, not really. Everyone's so focused on superficial shit. Making money, buying cars. You see yourself as better than other people then, okay. Then, too busy playing God to hang out with mortals. He doesn't scramble to defend himself and shrugs instead. If that's how you want to frame it. For some reason, when he says it, I don't feel a sense of arrogance. So, okay then. I try to sound casual though. I'm sure that I'm failing miserably. You mentioned you were heading there to visit family. That's right. My parents. They live outside the main town. Right, your parents. Something about his smile feels... Just curious, with the weather and all, they couldn't send someone out to pick you up, or... It seems odd, him hitchhiking like this if his folks were expecting him so close. Most people would have called for a ride. Oh, no. Wasn't the signal, non-existent? They're expecting me, but... He hesitates for a bit. Since my older brother gave me the car, I thought I'd make use of it. Then, well, car troubles out of nowhere. What happens if I hesitate? Okay, I get that, but just be sure I'm dropping you off in the right place. What's this cross street near their place? Easy, small vantage. His eyes drift out the window. He takes a shallow breath for answering. Maple Street. Yeah, Maple Street. It's, near the old high school, St. Lucille's. Maple Street, St. Lucille's High School. I search my memory, the names of streets and landmarks in Oak Haven. It's a small town. I've delivered to a few places there over the past few months. I know the general layout. Oak Haven doesn't have a Maple Street. Yeah. His face goes eerily blank. You're right. His voice is soft, almost amused. It doesn't. So you just lied to me? No, it's a pretty popular inside joke in Oak Haven. A dumb one in all honesty. See, when outsiders ask where we live, we always say Maple Street near St. Lucille's. Because, he leans in closer, there's this old urban legend in Oak Haven about a teacher who haunted Maple Streets. Kids used to dare each other to run past her house at night. But the thing is that Maple Street doesn't exist anymore. The town council renamed it decades ago after some mayor's wife. So when people ask for directions, local mess with them by sending them to a street that doesn't exist anymore. I'm not really sure where the St. Lucian's part originated from though. It's stupid, I know, but my dad thinks it's hilarious. I guess it rubbed off on me. That kinda makes sense. Small towns do weird shit like that. Lord knows the type of pranks I used to do on unsuspecting folks. This one seems harmless. Okay, that's actually kinda funny, sneaky bastard. Told you it was dumb. The snow outside seems to swirl thicker, obscuring the road ahead. For a moment I could swear Elia's reflection in the window isn't smiling at all. It's quiet again, except for the swish of the wipers. Oh my gosh, I have to... Alright. You ever notice how isolated it feels at night? Like we're the last people on Earth. Makes me nervous. It actually makes me kind of nervous if I think about it too much. Why is that? I don't know. It's just a thought that if something went wrong out here, like really wrong, who would even know? The green exit sign finally looms into view. I lick my dry lips, considering my options. It's better to power through. I've got a schedule to keep. Wait, I went... Continue towards Oakhaven. I mean, where am I gonna take him? Not Oakhaven? The road feels less daunting now. Almost welcoming. There's a comforting silence between us. Ilya hums the tuneless melody softly to himself as he watches the snow melt down his window. His shoulders seem less rigid. He looks almost at peace. The trees are spacing out a little. I give it 5 minutes and we'll be at Oakhaven, hopefully. Seems that way. My feet are starting to thaw, thankfully. What? Really? Was the heater not strong enough? Shit, you should have let me know, Ilya. I fret with the truck's temperature controls constantly, but it never seems to make a difference. He chuckles a little at my reaction. Don't worry, Jane, I'm accustomed to the cold. It's nice to feel the blood flowing properly again. He flexes his fingers, almost stretching them out in the warm air from the heater. A small, content sigh escaping him. The sound eases some of the knots in my shoulder. You must be looking forward to getting home. More than you know, Jane. Getting back to my family, my mom and dad. We're a tight-knit bunch. Always have been. My mom especially. She lights up the whole house. Why do I get a sense that his mom is the lady in the story, in the myth? And they're actually... Let's just keep going. He gives me another one of his soft smiles. It's disarming how much he cares for his family, and I can't help but feel a pang of jealousy at the bond they share. But still, how lovely it must be to have such a strong support system waiting for you. Glad we're almost there. This weather, it was no joke. You handled it well. You're a good driver, Jane. Compliment, simple as it is, makes my ears heat up. The first scattered lights of Oakhaven finally appear on the horizon, twinkling through the last of the falling snow. Welcome to Oakhaven. Looks like we made it. A wave of genuine relief washes over me as I see the town sign, almost forgetting about the strange man beside me. I pull the truck to the side of the road, a little ways past the main town sign, near a darker patch of woods. Jane, Ilya turns to me, that easy, warm smile back on his face. Feels more genuine than it has all night, a true expression of gratitude, and perhaps something more akin to friendship. Actually, my parents' house is just a short walk from here. It's better than trying to navigate the rig on the small town roads, especially with the snow on the ice. The streets get pretty narrow, and I'd hate for you to get stuck after everything you've done. We could drive a little bit up Oakhaven Main Street. It's the same spot. Nobody bothers anyone this far out. And then, if you're up for it, I could walk you there. My dad, he'd probably love to meet you. Bro just told me no. I was like, can I meet your family and say hello? And he's like, and he what? What's going on? He always appreciates a good story, and you've certainly given me one to tell. I guess now that I ask more questions, I can talk to him now. Smiling so genuine as I saw inviting after everything, he seems so normal right now. Maybe this is it, a chance to connect with people. After all, it feels like a small reward for braving the storm. Alright, let's see if we die. Walk with... I like that. Yeah, let me just park there. Smiles at me as I maneuver the truck off to Oak Haven's Main Street. It's lined up with a dormant shop that have their windows darkened out and a single traffic light casting a red glow. Visiting it at night is peaceful. I was well acquainted with Oak Haven already, but never stayed for longer than I had to. Now, I kind of wish that I didn't have to drop off anything, so I could have more time to explore. Lead the way. I locked the truck and stepped outside along with him. Sure my truck won't get towed? Nah, you'll be fine. Come on, follow me. It's really chilly outside. I wrap my hands around myself, glancing around. It's so quiet out here. I guess everyone's asleep. Right? We could wreak havoc out here and nobody would ever know. This one right here, officer. Laughs a bit. Oh, this one right here. This one right here, officer. Ilya laughs a bit at my rather unfunny comment, where directing me towards a narrow path. My breath flumes white in front of me. I wonder how long it's been since I took a stroll like this at night. We continue walking for a few minutes, right towards a path between tall, dark trees. It looks less like a path and more like a gash. Jesus, do you folks live in the wilderness? It's a bit of a shortcut, saves us a few minutes and avoids the longer route around the block. Do you mind? Man, lead the way then. The air goes noticeably denser as we step beneath the dense canopy of trees. The moonlight struggles, then fails entirely to penetrate the thick, intertwining branches. The gentle crunch of snow beneath our boots is now the only sound. It really is quite cold. Ilya just a step ahead. He turns, a soft smile playing on his lips. His eyes in the dim light seem to hold a curious glint that I hadn't noticed before. What's with that look? After you, Jane. Huh? Wait, what? But I need you to guide me. I know, I just need to look through my bag for the keys, just in case my folks are sleeping. I pull my coat tight around me, a shiver running down my spine that has nothing to do with the biting cold and a walk away ahead. The feeling of 1,000 unseen eyes watching from the deep woods suddenly grips me. Fuck, I don't like this. Ilya, did you find the keys yet? Could you go in front of me? A sharp blunt force explodes against the back of my head. I don't think this is psychological. Though, oh, the world spins. I knew it. My legs give out from under, well, I guess because the genre. My legs give out from under me and I crumple to the ground. A wave of nausea rolls over me, accompanied by blinding, throbbing pain at the base of my skull. It hurts. What? The last thing I hear before conscience completely slips away from me is his voice as he crouches behind me, pulling me close. Shh, Jane, it's alright. Don't be scared. You're coming home. My eyes shut, darkness swallows me whole. End of demo. Captivity Root will be released in full game. Thank you for playing. Ooh, okay. So that was the end of that. It was pretty chill and calming. I wonder, I guess personally, it was pretty obvious that it was him, and then it was pretty obvious the safe route. So I guess I don't know if his parents are real or not, but it was pretty obvious that he had something weird going on, and I don't know if that was intentional, but the fact that it just ends if you go the good route, and you just have to like be dumb to keep going in the story is kind of what but it is a demo, so you know, maybe they're still working on that, but it'd be nice if, you know, you could try to do the smart thing, but it turns out that, you know, you can still get the bad ending. But I don't know. I also didn't like the truck driver too much. It was like, I don't know, kind of like, kind of down bad for the guy, and I'm just like, man. But it's okay. I like the art, and I love like the music. Well, the music complemented the game well. I like the little details, like when you do this, it shakes, and then when you when you do this, oh, and you quit, and then it shakes like this. Are you really okay? So return, no, main menu, sure, want to menu, and yeah, and it's alright. That guy is a really, really bad liar though. So, but maybe I need to try more routes. You guys can do that. I just wanted to see the ending on my end, so this is the one my first ending was I got home, but you know, I escaped, but you know, maybe that's the point of it though. Maybe they have a point for that, but I don't know. It was cool though. The art was really nice. It's really nice, and it was cool. Thank you to Vtuber Studios for sharing this game with us. I don't know if I'm missing some things. I probably am. But that's the route I ended up going. Thank you, and thank you for watching. Bye.